Sometimes I think we use computers every day, but never really stop to ask, what actually is a computer? It's easy to take for granted that these things just work, but the guts of it are fascinating.
Totally. I remember when I first learned that a computer is basically just a really fast problem solver taking input, processing it, and giving you output. It's almost like having a super efficient assistant that never gets tired of math or sorting stuff.
Exactly. And that cycle input, process, output is everywhere. Like, even when you just press a key, there's this whole tiny drama playing out inside the machine.
What blows my mind is how the CPU, the brain of it all, takes those key presses and turns them into something you actually see on the screen. It's like a magic translator, except it's all zeros and ones.
That actually reminds me, computers come in so many shapes and sizes now. We've got the bulky desktops, but also the laptops, tablets, and even those little computers hiding in your phone or smartwatch.
Funny thing, I used to think computers meant just those big towers under your desk, but now my phone probably has more processing power than those old desktops I grew up with.
It's wild, right? Desktops still have their place, especially if you want to customize or upgrade parts, but laptops totally change the way we think about portability. I love being able to take my work anywhere.
And then there are servers. Those are like the behind-the-scenes heroes, making sure all our apps and websites stay up and running. They're not flashy, but honestly, life would be chaos without them.
Yeah, and let's not forget tablets and even smart TVs. Almost anything with a screen now has some sort of computer inside. Even my fridge wants to connect to Wi-Fi these days.
Right, and all these different devices really highlight how intertwined hardware and software have become. Speaking of which, ever wonder what's really going on behind the scenes when you press a button or swipe your screen?
Oh, for sure. Hardware and software are basically the ultimate tag team. The hardware is all the stuff you can touch, the keyboard, the screen, the guts inside, and the software is what tells those parts what to do.
Like when you hit Shift-A, the keyboard sends a signal, but it's the software that translates that into the capital letter popping up. It's wild how seamless it feels, but underneath, it's a flurry of binary code zipping around.
And without that software, the hardware is just a fancy paperweight. On the flip side, software can't exist in a vacuum. It needs the hardware to actually run.
What surprised me most is how software even translates human instructions like add these numbers into something the CPU can execute, step by step. It's like learning a whole new language, just for machines.
Totally. And that leads us right into the nuts and bolts. What are the actual main components inside a computer that make all this possible?
So, let's start with the CPU that's honestly like the conductor of an orchestra, keeping everything in sync. Then you've got RAM, which acts like a super fast notepad for temporary info.
Right, and storage like hard drives or SSDs is where your data lives permanently. Then input devices, keyboard, mouse, or even a webcam let you actually interact with the machine.
Don't forget output. Monitors, speakers, printers, all those things that let the computer communicate back to us. It's an ongoing conversation between you and your device.
And the amazing part is, without even one of those pieces, you'd be missing a whole layer of what makes computers so powerful. But they're not all created equal. There's actually a whole range of categories based on size and power.
Exactly. Microcomputers like laptops and smartphones are built for everyday use. But then you have mini computers and mainframes, which are beefier and handle more demanding tasks for businesses.
And on the far end of the spectrum, there are supercomputers. These are the giants crunching insane amounts of data for things like weather modeling or scientific research. I read some can do quadrillions of calculations per second.
Meanwhile, embedded systems and wearables are almost invisible. They're tucked into appliances, cars, or even on your wrist as a smartwatch. It's like computers have quietly slipped into every corner of our lives.
That's so true. It also brings up how all these components actually communicate. There's some real engineering magic in how information zips between memory, CPU, and storage.
For sure. The memory hierarchy always fascinated me. You've got lightning-fast caches and registers right by the CPU, then RAM for quick access, and finally permanent storage like SSDs or hard drives.
That hierarchy is almost like an express lane for frequently used info. The closer you are to the CPU, the faster things move, but you have less space, so it's all about balance.
And when it comes to getting data in and out, I divided by systems step-in keyboards, screens, or even advanced techniques like direct memory access, which lets hardware move data without tying up the CPU.
It's all these layered systems that let us multitask and get stuff done in a split second. Speaking of speed, have you ever wondered how CPUs keep up with all these tasks at once?
Yes, pipelining is such a cool concept. It's like an assembly line where each stage of a task happens at the same time as different stages of other tasks. It squeezes so much more performance out of the same hardware.
And modern processors take it even further, with parallelism and other tricks to juggle tons of instructions at once. That's what makes streaming, gaming, even just browsing so smooth these days.
It's hard to believe how much is happening under the hood every second, just to make things feel instant for us. Makes you appreciate the hidden complexity behind a simple click or tap.
Totally. I think stepping back and understanding these basics gives you a whole new respect for the machines all around us. Want to wrap up with a quick recap?
After all this, I have to say, computers aren't just gadgets. They're intricate systems built from both hardware and software working in harmony. Knowing how they tick really does help you get more out of them.
Absolutely. Whether you're troubleshooting, learning, or just curious, understanding the basics can make technology way less intimidating. And honestly, it's empowering.
I couldn't agree more. So here's to staying curious and maybe not taking those everyday devices for granted anymore.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into computers. Keep exploring, and we'll catch you next time.